Hello, it's Vidas Pinkevicius, and today I'm going to talk about the special kind of cadence. It's called deceptive cadence. Deceptive because it's sort of unexpected. You would expect ending on one chord, but this cadence ends on another chord. So when I say deceptive and we expect another chord, I usually mean the tonic, right? The full cadence is basically or perfect cadence, authentic cadence could be dominant and tonic. But what if you don't want this feeling of completion? Because dominant tonic usually gives the sense of completion of the finish, and it's really great for the ending of the composition. But what if you don't want to end your composition and want to extend it, and sort of it's in the middle, like in the middle of the piece, and you want to go further, but you want to apply the dominant. So there is special kind of deceptive cadence, which I haven't talked about very much earlier. But deceptive cadence, after this dominant, you have to use the chord of the 6th scale degree. Very simple. Dominant 6th scale degree. Dominant 6th scale degree could be done in major. Dominant and 6th scale degree could be done in a minor key as well. For example, in C major, dominant chord is G major chord, because dominant is the 5th scale degree. And 6th scale degree in C major is A minor chord. So basically G major, A minor chord. Of course, they have very important rules how to resolve this dominant going to the 6th scale degree. Or could be dominant 7th chord as well, or dominant 9th chord as well. Basically, any kind of 3, 4, or even 5 note chord could be used with the dominant, and then 6th scale degree chord. That's the deceptive cadence in C major, G major, and A minor chord. In A minor mode, basically, or key, the 6th scale degree is the F major chord, right? Because the 5th scale degree is E major chord, and the 6th scale degree is F major, right? So it's kind of a little more surprising, more deceptive, so to say, after this dominant 7th chord, E, G sharp, B, and D. You would expect A, C chord, right? Normal tonic chord, either complete or incomplete, in A minor. But in deceptive cadence in A minor, you will use F major instead of this A minor chord. That's called deceptive cadence. All right, very, very useful tool to have if you want to create something and harmonize a melody or create your own melody, but you don't want to complete it right away and create the sense of finish, right? It's sort of in the middle. That's why it's deceptive. It extends your musical idea and propels it going forward. That's very, very powerful tool. And of course, the way to connect these chords, dominant and 6th scale degree, is very, very interesting. Dominant chord, there are various ways to form the dominant chord, either in closed position, in open position, and could be root on the top in the soprano, third in the top, or the 5th in the top. It doesn't matter. So 6 ways. But one of the 6 ways, I'll give you an example. In C major, could be very simple: G in the bass, G in the tenor, and then B in the alto and D in the soprano. That's C major key and the dominant chord, right? G, G, B, D. And then if you want to connect it with the 6th scale degree, you have to go in the opposite direction than the bass. Bass goes up from G to A, and the 3 upper voices go downward. That's called melodic connection, by the way, melodic progression. And no there are no common notes between these G major chord and A minor chord. No common notes. So no one voice is stationary. No voice is constant. Every voice is moving. Soprano, alto, tenor, and bass goes up by the step in a stepwise motion from G to A. And three upper voices, G, B, and D, in this case, go downward, all right, downward to E, A, and C. So normally the four voice notation would be G, G, B, D, and A, E, A, C. Very, very important. Okay, so remember this rule when you apply this special kind of deceptive cadence. Try to write it in any key you want with zero accidentals, that's C major or A minor, with one sharp, one flat, and go through the circle of fifths. And of course, little by little you will discover that you can perfect your writing skills, okay, by doing this. It's very, very powerful. You don't need to rush with this because you have to observe the rules of proper voice leading very much, and then you will avoid mistakes such as parallel fifths or parallel octaves. Very common, I see people make mistakes. For example, this dominant chord and 6 scale degree chord, in order to create deceptive cadence, they do G, G, D, B, excuse me, G, G, B, D, right, the dominant, and then A, C, E. All voices go upward. That's violations of two rules, actually three rules, because parallel fifths, A and E, parallel octaves, A and A, and then the parallel motion between all four voices going upward. At least one voice has to be stationary or going downward in opposite direction. All right, so that's about this deceptive cadence. Very, very good tool to have. Try to play those cadences that you write. Also try to play on your instrument, whether it's a keyboard or with the pedals on the organ. And if you want to find out more and learn to harmonize the melodies in proper four-part notation and voice leading, observing the rules of chord progressions and avoiding these mistakes, check out my Harmony for Organists Level 1 course. I have created this video-based course with specific examples and applications where at the beginning you can really do stuff like very, very simple exercises connecting two simple chords, but at the end of this course, if you follow through all these exercises, you will be able to harmonize four-part hymns very, very systematically, methodically, and quite fluently and easily, because it's step by step, progressing as all my courses do. I love stuff progressing step by step, not with large technical issues, but really helping people to advance in a very, very step-by-step motion, every little step, every day. So, and if you want, you can also visit my organ training site, Secrets of Organ Playing. That's www.organduo.lt. That's the address, and there you will find lots of information and free tips, advice, and exercises, as well subscription to my free email newsletter. If anything I post on this blog, you will get by email for free, and that's really, really valuable tool to have if you are interested in organ practice, in hymn playing, in harmonization, in improvisation, in any kinds of elements of things that are foundation of the organist's profession. So thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to practice your deceptive cadence, and good luck in your organ practice in general. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.